Hello, and welcome to the third Friday video. I'm your host, Kim Lindquist, with the Covered Call class, and it's November 21st, 2025, the third Friday of November. And if you watched my video from last month, uh, you'll see things didn't quite turn out the way that anyone planned. Um, Not terrible. We don't really know what's going on, but I wanted to share with you. Um, I had some trades that worked out. I had some trades that didn't work out. Um, and it can be really, you know, disturbing when you're kind of new at doing cover calls when trades don't kind of go the way that you want them to. So I wanted to share with you today four trades that I made. Um, they didn't reach their strike price. They had expirations for today, and I handled it four different ways. So I thought that would be really helpful to show you. I'm going to switch my screen to share. And those of you that know me know that I'm not um, necessarily fantastic at doing this, but we'll continue to share. Okay, so here we are, the tale of four calls. Four covered calls due to expire on November 21st, 2025. And these are all real trades that I made. Um, I do not, these, if you want to follow them, you can. Um, but they didn't quite do what I thought they were going to do. So I handled it four different ways. So let's take a look. The first one is double verify. The symbol is DV. And I put this in place about 2 months ago. And you can see the purchase price is actually above the strike price. And so from the outset, I was going to lose 30 cents per share if this did, in fact, go up and above 12.50 on November 21st, 2025. I received a pretty decent premium, though, $1.48. So I felt pretty good about that trade. And so what I thought was going to happen, I thought the shares would be called away at 12.50. They'd be a loss of 30 cents per share, like I said, but I would get to keep all of that premium. So the net gain would be $1.18 per share, or $118, because 148 minus 30 is 118. The other one is Unity Software. And you can see the date of this trade is 2 weeks ago. I purchased the shares at 38.01. I collected some pretty good premiums along the way. And so the strike price I selected was 40. And again, I got another good premium when I made this trade of $1.48. So 2 weeks ago, Unity Software was trading right around $40 a share, and they just didn't get called away. And so I literally placed this trade for 2 weeks in the future, exact same strike price, and the premium I received being $1.48 makes me think the market kind of figured that the price of Unity software was going to be way above $40. Probably, I mean, it's 41.50 is probably where they thought it was going to be. So, and actually, earlier this week, it was over $40 a share, and I really thought that it was going to be called away. So, you know, and so yeah, I was going to get a net gain of $347 if this got called away on today, otherwise known as today, not on today. Okay, so Bristol-Myers Squibb, I purchased it at $47 a share. I'm going to tell you, because that's such an even price, I don't even have to look at it. I received these shares via a cash secured put. So I paid $47 a share. I don't know what the price of Bristol-Myers Squibb was on the 26th of September. I have since collected quite a few premiums of almost $2 a share. My strike price is pretty conservative at 48. It's not very far above what I purchased the shares for. And the premium I received wasn't that fantastic either. It was for almost 2 months, 0.63. That's not even 2%. So why would I do this? Well, I did it because I wanted to own the shares on the ex-dividend date, which was October 3rd. Bristol Myers has a pretty good dividend. And I also wanted to choose an expiration date that was after their earnings announcement. And that was going to be October 31st. So I'm already planning this over a month ahead of time. So I thought the earnings announcement might trigger a stock price up and over 48. And I would have collected that dividend as well. So that's what I was doing there. Here we go with DraftKings. Symbol DKNG. Again, I did this probably about 2 months ago. Purchase price $42.94. I had not collected any premiums prior to this. I purchased it literally on the 24th of September. Strike price $45. And I received a really good premium of $2.40. And I'm sure that had something to do with my thinking this was a good idea. So I wasn't confident that DraftKings was going to go up and over 45. But I did feel with that premium at the purchase price, that would put the amount of money that I had paid out of pocket around $40. And I felt really good about if it didn't hit 45, I felt, well, heck, I can write more covered calls at 40 or 41 and, probably get a pretty decent premium because it's a very volatile stock. And so those are our four things that we're going to look at. So what happened? And I think I already told you each one of these stocks was below the money as of the end of trading today. So no one should be surprised by that. So what did I do though for each one? I treated each one differently. So remember double verify. This is kind of what I thought would happen. We know it didn't hit 1250. So let's look at it. And so here is double verify. I tried to mark kind of just around where I purchased it or got involved with it. And as you can see, double verify is pretty much just been on a tear downwards since the end of September. So it closed today at $10.36. And let's see what I did with double verify. What do you think? This is what I did. I took the loss. And this is just this is my how I feel about double verify. It's not a stock that I have. This is probably the first time I traded it, and it's it has not proven to me that I should have some confidence that it's going to come out of this 10 to $10 area, let's say. But I was lucky today because I sold all my shares at $10.44, right there in the middle of the trading day. I had to buy my call back for 5 cents a share. And so overall, I lost $88 on this trade. Now, some of you might be going like, well, but Kim, you got a pretty good dividend. You're actually kind of breaking even around 11. Well, Double Verify does not have strike prices in dollar increments. It has a $10 strike price and it has a 12.50 strike price. I want the 12.50 strike price. I don't want to do 10. And so since that wasn't available to me, like 11 or 11.50 might have been just fine. But 12.50, I think I was getting 20 cents a share. So I decided I'm gonna ditch Double Verify for right now. Okay, what happened to Unity software? Well, you know, and you know what? This is what I thought would happen. I thought for sure it was going to trade over. It would break right on through 40 and 41. But let's see what it did. So, we are very close to 40 on the date that I rolled this out 2 weeks, and I think we're on a little bit of an upswing. And it didn't fall flat. It didn't do anything horrible. I think it is going up, and I think 40 is still a really good strike price. So what did I do? Okay. Oh, well, this slide's totally wrong. Um, well, no, that's the date I made the trade. Sorry, so it is right. I made this trade today. I bought it to close for, I think, 14 cents. I can't remember. It was either 6 or 14 cents per share. And my new expiration date is December 12th. So it's 3 weeks in the future. I'm still at this $40 strike, and I'm going to get $1.51 per share for that premium. So where I was 2 weeks in the future last time, now I'm 3 weeks in the future. And it's still priced at where, the market thinks it's going to be 41 plus. So, you know, I'm happy to collect those premiums. I'll just hit 40 over and over and over again. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Bristol-Myers. This it was kind of a conservative play for me. I wanted those dividends. So let's see what happened to Bristol-Myers. Remember we had that 48 strike today. We're not far away from it, and it actually has gotten over 48 in the last couple of weeks, but ended up today at 46.25, and it looks pretty. Yeah, I think 48 sounds great to me. So let's see what I did. So yesterday is when I rolled this. So yesterday is when I rolled it. My purchase price again it's 47. So now I've collected $243 in premiums so far. My strike is still 48, but this time for this stock, I picked an expiration date that's January 16th. It should say 2026. So now I have a real typo. That should say 2026. That's next year. I received a pretty good premium though. I received almost $1 extra in premium. So, and you can see, I wrote here at the end, I believe the ex-dividend date for Bristol-Myers Squibb will be in early January. So, expiration date, did I say ex-dividend? I hope I said ex-dividend date. So, an expiration date of January 16th should more than cover that. Okay, DraftKings. Whew, hold on to your hats. Okay, so let's see what happened with DraftKings. Remember, I was going to be kind of even Stevens at about around $40 a share. Let's see what happened. Ugh. Ugh. DraftKings had okay earnings, but you may have heard there's been two pieces of news that have come out about not DraftKings, but about online gaming. And one is professional basketball. There was a coach and a player that was both, I don't know if what the technical term is, but they may have been cheating. And kind of followed about 2 weeks later, we had two professional baseball pitchers with Cleveland who were also kind of accused of cheating and helping people who were betting on these professional sports, whether it's with DraftKings or with another online provider. I don't know, but you know, it's going to take a while for this to sort itself out. DraftKings, I still think, is definitely among the top of, that group of providers. But, it's just going to take a while for it to recover. DraftKings is one of those stocks that I really like, and I have a lot of confidence in it. I think the only thing that it's suffered from is some bad news, and it's not directly related to DraftKings. I also want to say that I do not gamble online, so you know, I I I don't know why I needed to say that, but I did. So I'm hoping that it comes back. So this is what I ended up doing, and I did this trade way back in the end of October. That's how bad this little crash was. So I've moved my expiration date. Wow, I'm stuck with the 2025s to March 20th, 2026. It's future time. Okay. But I've brought that strike down to 35. Now, I could most certainly end up, if this does recover and goes up over 35, I probably will end up losing some money on this. But I feel that 35 is just kind of picked a price right there in the middle, and we'll just cross our fingers. And that's like 5 months in the future. I received a pretty good premium. So, now I'm below 40. I'm like 37.50 into this, but we'll see what happens. So, those are my four trades and what I did. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. And next Thursday is Thanksgiving, so have a happy Thanksgiving. And stay tuned for our next Third Friday video on December 19th, 2025. Thanks for watching.